Look at my daughter and I see the future. Listening to Future tell my bro God to put the roof up. I think about the kids and how they look at us as tutors, and we look down on them as they look up to shooters. I knew this nigga since a kid, now he done grew up. Younger than me, did a bit, how you think he grew up? See where I'm from is such a stick that we puff the boot up. I never did what Papa did whenever Mama blew up. It's all love for the kids, that's how I maneuver. Cause they the ones who really know you if nobody knew you. And so what if nobody knows it? Just don't leave little bro in the cold, just turn to a soldier. Put the cycle in reverse so the curses are over. And remember that life, it could be worse when the verses are over. Sometimes I look at my daughter, wonder if she'll understand just how beautiful her skin color is. Cause you got these fucking pigs that be trying to put down a brother man. What it is it cause I'm black that I'm with the G? Only time you hear me say the word crack a butter by the wall door. Window in the crib lifted up a bit for the love of it. Or one of my niggas for some other shit. And the real gang is the government. I know way too many stories they ain't covering. Like the people on the other end, or the world where they find love within.
Sometimes I think to myself, if I'm meant to be here, nothing is clear to me. I don't know what to believe. At times, life shows you signs. Demonic spirits will push you off course. So of course, you'll lose yourself if you allow yourself to fall for the trap. As my hands tap and tap the top of my forehead, lost in the midst of all this wickedness and evilness. What has this world come to? Families are divided with hatred, as divorce is far more prevalent than sticking it through. Picking and choosing, vanity over family. Friends have now become enemies. I truly wonder, is the end near? How do I prepare myself with so many wars all around me? The sounds of chaos is right before me. I store these feelings in silence. The core of my heart is broken from all that I see. The new seeds have been planted to destroy one another. Brothers and sisters are filled with jealousy and envy, taken from one another. Children disobeying their parents, ranting and raving, misbehaving in corruption. Women and men misrepresenting, presenting false information and disrupting our society. Chaos is right before me. I tried to fight through it and from it to keep from this cycle of dysfunction. For the first time this year, I cried and cried. Years and years of built-in frustration, with my mind always in heavy rotation and never stationed with missing protection. All I ever wanted was to have a family and to be in a society of love, but it's far from my reality, and that's sad to me. So I wish I could change some things. I wish to have loyalty and love around me. I wish the violence would cool down. I wish to have less frowns of disappointment when people lose their family, so children can point to their parents being together to say, that's my mother and father. To gather up the courage to fight, to keep their families from being divided and misguided. I wish for peace and love for men and women, to end the war amongst us, to trust one another, to build up the communities together, to allow the men to be leaders and the women to be nurturers in the natural order of life. Someday. Yo, what's up, my people? Good night. This is the Missing Conversation podcast, where the conversation is missing. I am True Poet. Welcome back to my podcast for another episode. And those two tracks, one is some hip hop, the other one is some poetry by me, produced by my boy, my brother, PMR. The first track is Thinking Out Loud, and that is written and produced by PMR. And the second track is called Someday, and it's written by me and produced by PMR. And both of those tracks are available on iTunes, Spotify, all the platforms. The link will be in the description. So support us. We're on a mission. Incredible artists, and myself, I'm a incredible poet myself. So show some support and love for us both. Yeah, man. I want to send rest in peace to my uncle. Passed away yesterday. My uncle Patrick, Pat the Taper, man. We love you, and rest in peace. Your name will live on, and thank you for all that you have done for me. You know, my uncle played a part in raising me up, along with my other uncles, Tony and Mike. And it's really a tough time for my family. So send a big rest in peace to my uncle Patrick. Heavy supporter of mine. As soon as he found out what I was doing, got him a custom hat with his name, my name, my grandmother's name. Last year she passed away. So it's just been a rough 2.5 years for me and my family, and me have lost a lot. But I'm gonna continue to go forward, and I don't only do this for me. I do this for my family. I do this for people that's in the struggle. And there's so much that I want to do. I'm not myself, dude. God is first, and family and the things that I want to do comes after. It's not all about me, and I realized that some time ago. And in this society, a lot of people have a me mentality, and it's not all about you. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. And I realized that if you don't put God first, everything fails. So all praises due to the Most High, and rest in peace to my uncle, my grandmother. Lost my granduncle as well. Rest in peace to my Uncle Larry. Rest in peace to my Uncle Pat the Taper, my grandmother. And peace and love to you all. Your names will forever live on, and we love you. And so in this episode, I will be talking about and asking a question. Have you experienced unconditional love? And a lot of my guys that I work with, friends, family, just different people, this question came about from me asking a variety of different men of if you ever experienced unconditional love. And majority of the answers was no. And then you had a few guys, gave different answers with a couple of different people, mostly pertaining to women. I just wanted to see if anyone has experienced unconditional love from a woman. And most of the guys said no. Few of the guys said more than two. One guy said five. Other guys said, four. So it was just different answers. But mostly it was zero. And I'm fortunate to have one. And I think I had more than one because my grandmothers both my grandmothers loved me unconditionally. I could say that. But as far as one that's here, I would say my mother. No matter what my mother and I go through, she loves me regardless of anything. And you know what? Where this question came from, I just was curious about people's experiences with unconditional love. I know some people believes it doesn't exist, but I know for a fact that it exists because I have that type of love to give. When I love somebody, I love them no matter what. Not to say that I'm gonna agree with everything that a person does, but I know, where my heart is, and when I give my heart or I say I love someone, it's not just because I'm just saying it. It's just words. I really mean that I really love you. It's not conditional based. And to be honest, many people that I've come across and women that I've dealt with, mostly, well, I don't say mostly, all of their love was conditional based. And for me, my love is not conditional based. So I'm gonna pose this question in my on Spotify, on YouTube. I'm gonna poll this question and see what kind of answers I get from this. Uh, you may have some, might be more than one, might be zero again. Hopefully it's more than zero, man. Hopefully it's at least one. And it's a funny thing where love is just missing, man. I see so many things, so many families divided, so many homes are destroyed, and a lot of people are brainwashed, man. We have so many movements out here that is really destroying the family. And honestly, you know, no one is going to be happy all the time with different things. And I'm not just talking about family as far as men and women. That's a part of it, but I'm talking about the whole family, like the uncles, the father, the grandparents. It's so divided on all aspects of life. And I think these conversations of family dynamics to where, I came up with having my uncles play a huge part of my life, huge roles. My godfather played a huge role, my godmother, cousins. So it was just different when I came up. It was more unity. It was, Sunday family dinners. Um, People would come, friends, family. Every Sunday we have dinner together. Nights we have dinner together. Events, family would come together. I'm not really big on holidays. I don't really celebrate none of these holidays, but when we come together, it's a beautiful thing on these so-called holidays. You know, I enjoyed seeing a lot of my family celebrating and being together and playing music and playing dominoes, playing cards. I kind of miss those days, and it's broken. And I pose this question like, why is so many people love conditional? What has happened? What has replaced unconditional love? I believe there's unconditional love because I give it and I've received it from my mother and I received it from my grandmothers. No matter what, I know they love me. And no matter what, my mom loves me and I love her, you know. And I realize that my mom's is not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's. My grandmother's wasn't perfect, but who is perfect? You know. So this is a deep topic, and I think I may have a couple of guys come up on here and we'll discuss it. But I'm gonna poll this question on unconditional love. It's uh it's very odd out here, and I think um we're going down a real negative path with all of the stuff that's going on. An important conversation should be had about family dynamics, about the communities, about everything that's going on. I think it's too much selfishness going on, too much materialism, too much status quo and classism and colorism and who's better than this and shaming people and name calling. It's just so many things going on, and it just really feels like there's gonna be a major catastrophe to shift everything. So much madness going on and chaos. I like peace. Even in the midst of going through a lot of stuff, you know, I still find a way to have solitude and be peaceful and try to remain in that calmness, in that discipline, because a lot of things will break you and lead you astray. So this is a real interesting question. I think going forward, I think I'm gonna ask for the next week. I'm gonna ask different people. Hey, have you experienced unconditional love? And some of the answers I've gotten is really, it's not surprising. Some of the dudes said they didn't even get unconditional love from their mother. Some of them were married, didn't get unconditional love from their wives. So, I guess this is why a lot of men move the way they move. I'm not gonna lie too. I've changed the way I move too, because we're living in a different time. I think a lot of women don't respect men now, and men men now too, and boys, there's so much respect that's lost. But with men and boys, there's boundaries with a lot of things too. I just think respect is lost on a whole another level, to where, there's so much stuff going on, and that's the first thing you should do when you greet somebody, is show them respect. So I'm gonna pose this question out there to my people. Leave a comment. Let's rap about it. You leave a comment out, I'll reply to it and we can have a conversation about it. Or if you want to come up, you do a little conversation on a podcast about it. We can do it. We can shoot it. I hope everyone is having a blessed night, and I hope that everyone stays tuned to everything that we will have coming. I have a bunch of different things coming. I have a bunch of things that's out now. Y'all could support me on all these platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes. And if you're looking for any beats, you hit me up. Or you could, I'm gonna leave the information for my boy PMR. You can hit him up as well. But yeah, show your support, man, for some real poetry, for some real hip hop. And it's tough. It's tough grinding. This is like a day. I haven't even slept in a few days. I've been grinding so hard with everything, just pushing. And it's like when you grinding and coming up, sometimes you are invisible to the masses, but I'm getting some traction. Spotify streams is at over 21,000. Getting views on TikTok. YouTube views are coming up. Total views at like 16,000. TikTok, it's over 50,000 views for all my videos. So it's coming up. Facebook is kind of growing slow. Instagram, I got over 1,000 followers. Twitter's growing slow. TikTok, I got over 500. Man, just support your guy, man. This is real, true poetry, man. All my stuff. Talent, gifted. All praises due to the Most High for my gifts. And I appreciate all who support and even the ones that don't support. Enough love, respect to you all. Kind of been a downtime for these last couple of days. I just been kind of trying to keep upbeat with, the passing of my uncle. He's fighting for his life the last few weeks. And praying. We always praying for him to pull through. And, he passed away, but, we love you. And you will live on, man. I'm gonna take care of the family. Do all I can to keep pushing until I make it. And to my peoples out there, peace and love to you all. One love.